it's Celine, and today I'm going to talk about how I illustrate with prompts. If you don't already know me, I'm an artist, illustrator, painter, interior designer, and photographer, kind of everything all in between. I wanted to show you a reference video of how you could work with prompts. Art prompts are quite popular. They were especially popular quite a while ago, but I think they still work if you do not know what to paint or draw. So I got challenged by my boyfriend to make a illustration based off of prompts, and that's what we are going to talk about. We flipped through a site of prompts, of drawing prompts, that ended up with a dragon graveyard, young snobbish person covered in jewels, a reptilian creature jumping on its prey. So based off of those 3 prompts, I made a illustration.
So now on to the sketching phase. Usually when I work with prompts, I try to sketch out a few ideas, and I do this by making thumbnails. Thumbnails are very tiny drawings, not going into much detail, but looking at the overall composition of a piece. And I only do this when I work digitally. When I paint, I do this by hand on the canvas instead of doing it like so. So for this illustration, I started with 4 little thumbnails. I already had an idea of what I wanted to create because the prompts are quite specific, and we worked with 3 prompts. Now for the design, I chose this thumbnail. So the idea behind this was a graveyard, so a dragon that would have hoarded lots of gold sitting in a meadow, and well, eventually would have died because of it's a skeleton now. This could either be because the dragon was attacked, or because he just died of being old. So yeah, I also decided to go with a meadow because that's more of my style. I really love the color green. I can't ever not put green in illustrations or paintings, so that's where I went with the colors. Yeah, I'm just blocking out some colors here, trying to get the composition, and right on the dragon's shoulder blade, which is going to be red now, is the man. So the man in my head was probably a farmer or a traveler that was pretty poor, looking at his wardrobe and finding a huge ass dragon skeleton with lots and lots of gold, and deciding to take a nap because all of his worries are gone. That was kind of the idea behind this piece. Now you also see this border around the painting, and that's because this piece was mostly inspired by tapestries and folklore. Yeah, just Renaissance tapestries. That's where the inspiration generally struck.
So this is how far we came now. I really like it. Still very sketchy with everything on it. So I really want to define more of a tapestry feeling with some references, and I also just want to render out well, the dragon and snobbish young person. So that's what we're gonna do next. Go a little bit on Pinterest, search some references for tapestry borders, and then we're going into rendering all of this. So let's go and render.
So now for the rendering phase. This is just a phase where I go over all of my sketchy lines, so most of it wasn't defined enough, and I wanted to really finish this illustration and finish this video, so I just decided to finish this all in one night. I already had some ideas, and I searched up some inspiration, as I said before, of tapestry borders, and that's where I mostly took my inspiration from. Now, as you might have noticed, I only decided to take 2 out of the 3 prompts. Now, this mostly was because I was first trying to put in a reference of like a little salamander that was, I don't know, hunting a mouse, but I thought that would take away from the overall concept and be a little bit more of a distraction, so I decided to take that prompt away and that's totally fine. There are no rules in drawing with prompts. If it kickstarts your inspiration and motivation to do something, don't be stricken back by, oh shit, I have to do this one specific thing left. It's not a must. You don't have to do it. It's just for fun. There are no deadlines. It's not school. Unless it is school, then the rules are different. But this is not for school. So yeah, I just decided to go over the dragon and over the the young person, going in with a much more defined line art, drawing the line art in and blending a little bit of the shadows to have a more rendered feeling to it. And I decided to add lots and lots of grass to make it feel like the dragon was there for quite a long time, so the grass would stick out of the gold and out of the rib cages and out of the eyes of the dragon. And I also decided to add a purse and a walking cane for the person. In the end, I also decided to zoom in the illustration a little bit more to put more emphasis on the person. Just adding finishing touches and onto the reveal.
I wanted to film a little video before I continue working on a bigger project of mine. It will be autumn related. Yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.